In late 2017, Turtle Beach released the Stealth 600 and 700 for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. By January of the following year, the Stealth 600 had become the best-selling wireless headset on consoles and has remained in that top position ever since. Now with almost 3 years under its belt and some miles on the odometer, Turtle Beach is looking to refresh its top contending device, but with next-generation consoles on the horizon, how do they plan to bridge that incoming divide?
This is the Stealth 600 Gen 2, a $99 wireless gaming headset by Turtle Beach and little brother to the flagship Stealth 700. While this particular device is for Xbox, there are variants of the Stealth 600 and 700 for PlayStation as well. Turtle Beach announced all 4 devices last month in an official press release. The PlayStation versions of the Stealth 600 went on sale on August 17th, while the Xbox versions of the Stealth 600 will be available on September 20th. If you want to win one for free, however, make sure you enter our giveaways down below. The Stealth 700, which I will likely cover in a separate review, will likewise be available on September 20th for both PlayStation and Xbox and will retail for $149.
If you saw my previous video of the first generation Turtle Beach Stealth 600, you should see a lot of similarities in this newest iteration. The 600 is offered in black and white versions for both Xbox and PlayStation, while the 700 is only available in black for both consoles. Green accents adorn the Xbox edition, while blue pieces are found on the PlayStation iteration. Glossy black plastic has all but receded from modern design trends, and I don't think many people are going to miss it. The Gen 2 devices have completely ditched all of the previous generation's glossy accents. The only shiny bits you'll find here are where some contrast is needed to improve legibility. The headset is still predominantly plastic, but is now textured and seems to be made of a higher quality material. They have also replaced the cloth headband cushion with a plushier leatherette one. While visually the Stealth series has not undergone a drastic overhaul, mechanically the devices have seen significant improvements. A long list of features that has accompanied the original 600 and 700 is further expanded for this newest generation. The killer feature that really sold me on the Stealth series as a game-changing lineup was the Xbox Direct Connect technology. Previously, any wireless headsets needed a receiver attached to either the controller or the console. By using the Xbox's integrated wireless protocol, Stealth headsets are able to pair with the console directly, just as easily as you would pair a controller.
This functionality has returned, but will also be compatible with the upcoming Series X and recently confirmed Series S. That's right, Stealth Gen 2 will wirelessly pair with all 3 consoles right out of the box. No dongle required. This is really big news for those who have been wanting a new headset, but may have been waiting for the newest generation of consoles to come out, fearing any device you buy now won't work with the new console. Well, you can rest assured, if you pick up a Stealth 600 or 700 Gen 2 now, it will work with your current Xbox One and continue to work with Series X or Series S whenever you decide to upgrade.
I should also mention that if you already own a first generation Stealth device, those too will function with Series X. Windows 10 devices are also supported, but will need the Xbox wireless receiver, which is sold separately. I'll mention here that Turtle Beach anticipates that PlayStation versions will also be forward compatible. As before, the headset supports both Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos surround sound technologies. The surround sound has been refined to complement the new ear cup geometry. Turtle Beach's famed superhuman hearing also makes a return and has been tweaked to complement the modified ear cup cavities. Alongside the improvements to software, Turtle Beach has made some noticeable upgrades to the hardware as well. The headband and ear cup hinges have been reinforced for greater longevity. They adjust to fit various head sizes, but now have a visual indicator to mark exactly what size they've been set to. Attached to the headband, you'll find refined ear cups. They're designed to improve comfort and provide a wider soundstage. The shape of the padding has been updated to more of a D shape instead of the traditional oval it was previously.
The glasses-friendly design also makes a return and is greatly appreciated by glasses wearers such as myself. The sections of the cushion that are in front of the ear cup are made of a less rigid material, making them easily conform around the arms of your glasses.
On the outside of the left ear cup, you'll find a new, larger flip-up-to-mute microphone. The headset still provides quality mic monitoring, and Turtle Beach claims this new microphone design improves voice clarity as well. As an added benefit, the new arm can fold in toward the speaker's mouth and integrates more seamlessly with the body of the headset when not in use. Independent game and chat volume controls return, but are only functional when used with a console. If connected to a Windows 10 device, on the headset volume controls are disabled and levels are modified through your PC. Alongside those volume controls are the mode and power buttons. The mode button allows you to change the sound of the headset to one of 4 presets. Each time you press the mode button, it will move to a new preset and inform you of this change with a series of beeps. Signature sound is a balanced setting that provide Turtle Beach engineers intended sound for the device. Bass boost will improve the bass and gives a more legacy Turtle Beach experience that's good for more cinematic purposes. Bass and treble boost amplifies highs and lows and is great for listening to music. Finally, voice boost turns down the bass and improves vocal clarity for listening to podcasts or when clear team communication is paramount.
Yo, bombs in the base! Bombs in the base!
Holding the power button turns the device on and off, but a simple press will enable or disable superhuman hearing. Superhuman hearing has been a staple of high-end Turtle Beach devices for a long time now. It essentially amplifies specific audio cues such as the sound of footsteps or a firearm reloading. The headset retains its impressive 15-hour battery life, but now charges via an included and much appreciated USB-C charging cable. The sound quality of the Stealth 600 is pretty great. It's been over 2 years since the last time I used the original 600, but from what I remember, it's a definite improvement. The most noticeable difference is the increased volume. For a wireless headset, this thing can get pretty loud. The 4 settings are interesting as an addition, but I really only ever found myself using superhuman hearing for gaming and bass and treble boost for basically everything else. On that note, I wish the audio prompts weren't so darn loud. The headset will beep when it powers on or off, it beeps when the superhuman hearing is enabled or disabled, and it beeps when you switch modes. While the audio cues are welcome, they play at maximum volume and they don't turn down when you turn the headset volume down. Aside from the improvements to audio fidelity, I can also say comfort and build quality have likewise been addressed. I've seen many reviews by disgruntled customers of the first generation devices whose ear cups came completely detached from the headband. I've been told by Turtle Beach representatives that improvements to the build quality were among their chief priorities for Generation 2. While I never experienced this particular problem myself, the reinforced design is definitely reassuring. Functionally, the headset works very well. The first time I powered on the device, it synced up with the console just as easily as a controller would. It never disconnected, and I never had to resync it. The headset even powers on the console when you turn it on, just like a controller does. It also provides on-screen battery life information. I appreciate all of the functionality the headset provides, but the left ear cup has now become very cluttered. Frankly, there's just a lot going on here. A critique I had of the original 600 was that the game and chat volume knobs were right next to each other and with no clear sensory distinction between them. Unfortunately, Turtle Beach did not take the opportunity to address this particular issue. They are visually differentiated with symbols, but it's not exactly practical to remove the headset to see which is which. You do get used to adjusting the correct knob eventually, but the learning curve is certainly frustrating. If you've seen my first generation review, you'll know that I had some initial issues with the connectivity of the device. I experienced static and lapses in audio, along with the headset disconnecting entirely. After I reached out to Turtle Beach for resolution, I was told to update my headset firmware, update my console, and power cycle the headset. After following these steps, the issues were essentially resolved. This time around, I encountered similar issues, although not nearly to the same extent. Static noise and audio lapses were still persistent, but this time around the left and right audio channels would occasionally flip. After a troubleshooting session with Turtle Beach, we realized various characteristics of my setup were likely to blame for my subpar initial experience. First, while I'm barely more than arm's length away from my console, it's positioned underneath a very high density countertop that I use as a desktop surface. I know this countertop has caused wireless interference in the past. For example, I use a Logitech MX Master 3 wireless mouse, and I've had to move the receiver to the top of my PC case because using the hub under my desk made the wireless connection spotty and unreliable. Secondly, the headset operates on the 2.4 GHz band. This bandwidth is great for range, reliability, and speed, but is unfortunately shared with a lot of other devices, namely wireless routers. This still shouldn't really be an issue unless you have your router positioned very close to your console, like I do. My brand new and very powerful Wi-Fi 6 router is placed on the shelf directly underneath my Xbox. So for the sake of thoroughness, I moved the console out from under the desk and temporarily disabled the router. After making these adjustments, I can say the experience improved dramatically. Now, obviously, this isn't a long-term solution for me personally, but I feel that my setup isn't really representative of most potential customers. The majority of people likely have their Xbox in some sort of entertainment center with a clear line of sight to the controller and headset. Most people also don't have such a powerful router in close proximity to their console. If you're considering this headset, or frankly any other that uses the 2.4 GHz connection, you may want to inspect your setup for these potential pitfalls, and if it's practical, adjust them accordingly.
I should also remind you right here to make sure you update your headset as soon as you pull it out of the box. Turtle Beach regularly sends out firmware updates to their devices, so you want to make sure you keep them up to date. For example, their most recent firmware update, version 1.2.8, increased the stability of the Stealth 600 and addressed a lot of the issues I just mentioned, even without having to adjust my setup.
I made a mistake in my previous review when I claimed that the original Stealth 600 could not be charged and used at the same time. While I later realized that that's actually possible, the length of the included cable made that, well, unrealistic. Most people are not within 2 feet of their console. This time around, I would have really liked to see a more practical cable that gives the user maybe 6 or possibly 9 feet of flexibility, providing a play and charge experience like what you might get with a controller. The last time we were here, the innovative Direct Connect feature of the Stealth 600 helped make the Stealth series an easy recommendation. But since then, some competition has emerged in the form of the SteelSeries Arctis 9X, Razer Thresher, and others. These other devices offer that same Direct Connect experience, making the Stealth headsets not quite the same obvious choice they once were. Full disclosure, I've not personally tested any of these alternatives to see if they are in fact as simple and reliable as the Stealth devices. But as far as I'm aware, the 600 is the cheapest headset to provide this functionality. Turtle Beach has evidently been listening to consumer feedback and has made a lot of improvements over the existing design. That being said, I personally don't think Gen 2 is a worthwhile upgrade if you already own a Gen 1 device, especially since Turtle Beach has already confirmed that Gen 1 will also be compatible with Xbox Series X. However, if you do happen to be in the market for a sub $100 wireless headset, the Stealth 600 Gen 2 should absolutely be one to consider, both for your current gen console and the one that's coming. We've included affiliate links to all of the products we've mentioned in this video right below that like button. And also down there you will find links to our shirt designs that we have designed personally, our social media outlets, and our giveaways. To watch some of our other videos, including my review of the original Stealth 600, then click on one of these videos over here. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when our new content is ready to watch. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you next time.